only 5 minutes late. Hi guys, sorry about that. Really sorry. I don't have an excuse. I just literally lost track of time and then I realized the last second. No, gotta get ready. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Just 5 minutes. Don't ban me. Okay, hold on. Really quick. Just so the audio doesn't get all messy on me. Alright. Should be good. Okay. Hi. Hey guys. So if you don't know me, my name's Ashley and I do creature quick sculpting on this stream. It's always a different design every single time I'm here. It's just something random that I whip up. It's not really meant as a final piece or anything like that. It's sort of just like a sketching session, a sandbox session. It's nothing, it's really like, it's nothing super serious. And I actually recommend people who have been doing a lot of like really serious studies and things like that to just kind of like take a breather and try and do something for yourself and just kind of you know, see the shapes in the sphere that you know that I have right in front of me. I'm going to pull it into a whole bunch of different forms and things like that I don't really know where it's going, and it's going to kind of just it's going to start forming itself in a sense. You're going to start seeing things that maybe you didn't think about before. Different shapes, something might look like a frog, something might look like a tree, something might look like, I don't know, a piece of metal or something like that, and you just kind of put it all together and see what kind of an animal, creature, character, whatever it is, could even be inanimate, whatever comes out of that. And it's a fun exercise. It's a really fun exercise, and I implore you guys to try it. Usually I put up a theme around half an hour into the sculpt, because that's about when I kind of see where the sculpt is going. But yeah, you should definitely try it out. And if you want to try it out, ZBrush is offering a 45-day free trial, which you can get down below or on their website. So there is that. Oh, there's a Tomas, a wild Tomas appeared in the chat. He's also a Pixelogic streamer, so go and check him out. That's another homework point for you guys. Yes, every intro of mine is exactly the same. It's almost as if I scripted it. Did I? No, I didn't. I'm just not a very interesting person. Alright. Lots of ums. I do that a lot as well. Hi, nice to meet you. My name's We're about to get started. So if you guys want to partake, let me know. I'd love to know who's actually partaking. It doesn't have to be like you're actually doing the same sculpt that I'm doing. You could be working on your own project as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be one of these quick sculpts, but I'd like it if you guys tried it anyways. It is a lot of fun. It's a good way to just open up your experience of 3D as being an artistic way to express yourself. It's not just about box modeling. It's not just about the technical aspect of it, and ZBrush lets you do all that artsy-fartsy fun stuff. So that's why I love this program, because I'm an artsy-fartsy, I might as well be Bob Ross without the without the fluff on my head, or his ability to paint trees very, very quickly. I wouldn't argue that I'm together at all. I would argue that I'm very not together, because I started the stream 5 minutes late. I was actually I'll tell you what was really happening is I was watching Black Mirror with Eric, and we're on season 4, episode 4. I think it might be 5, episode 5. And it was just like really messed up, and I just didn't realize how long that episode goes, because they're like hour-long or so episodes. I was like, ooh, I gotta get streaming. You're sculpting ears. Oh, ears are tricky. Yeah, those are good to sculpt though. All right, yeah, no, it's a great way to take a good breather from the other stuff that you're doing. I also like to repeat words that I say, you know, twice or thrice times in a row. Just some wet little slobber. Yeah, just a little bit of slobber. Yes, kill the yeah, I think it was kill the DJ. It was the dating app one, whatever I won that one. I was just like, oh. All right. Anyways, yeah, so I think that we can just kind of get started then. So we can kind of get started. Don't mind me either. I'm just kind of like trying to calm down. My anxiety is a little bit through the roof tonight. Hats off to all those who understand. So we're gonna get at this. Just a second. Get in the groove. Get in the groove. We're gonna do this. We don't know. We don't have a theme. We don't have a theme. I'm just... Ooh. All right. Hey, drummer. How are you? Also, hi to everybody. I didn't go by name today for everybody. There's a lot of different names in here. It's anything for right now. If you want to start with me, it's like completely... It's whatever you want it to be right now because I don't have a theme just yet because I haven't started. Yeah, anxiety. No, we need the burning baskets. We need the panic basket. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's do this. So, really, I like to just like pull these shapes. I'm not gonna go too crazy today. I'm actually gonna try and do something a little bit more blocky. In a lot of the other streams that I've done in the past, like couple of weeks, a lot of my sculpts have been very like spread out, like kind of just like a whole bunch of little tendrils everywhere and kind of playing that way. So I want to try something a little bit more on the blocky side. I'm thinking like something really strong here. All right, let's do something like this. Actually, yeah, how about everybody, let's do kaijus. This is just, yeah. There we go. That's the theme. Boom. Let's do it. Sculpt along. Why not? Ooh, that's why. So have patience with me. I am having a bit of an anxiety fit. So I'm still here. So yeah, if you guys have any questions of what I'm doing, if I'm not explaining things, if I just kind of like get into what I'm doing a little bit too much and I'm just like ignoring chat, don't think it's a personal thing. I'm not out to get any of you. I just get like really into the sculpt sometimes and I forget to talk about what it is that I'm doing. So if you at any point have any questions, you can always just like at me at like if you type at @a_cubed. So here, let me go for a little like flyby. Where's my face? Woo! So you see this? You see this right here? That's my at. So if you tag that in chat, or if you visit this, you can follow me. I mean, like if you want to. But if you tag this, then you're tagging my account on Twitch because I'm not actually Pixelogic. I'm just streaming to their thing. Yeah, there you go. You got it, Jake. All right. Kaiju. You made affiliate? Oh, yeah, okay. So affiliate, like, yeah, okay. Well, if you need help, like, you can ask in the Discord. Like, I can ask you, or I can help you later. I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast right now. I'm really sorry, guys. You've been sick for 4 days and the new meds are really... boy. Well, I mean, whatever. Maybe make some music while you're at it. maybe it's some good music making. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. My opinions are of my own, not that of Pixelogic. Let's get it. Let's get it. So I'm just gonna do like a bust right now. I actually don't know. Like maybe I'll just do a whole bunch of busts. Okay, what is this brush doing right now? Research. So if you have any like problems with your brush, actually this is something I wanted to mention before. If you have any issues like with a brush that you've changed around the settings for, and it's not really like, you know, working as you'd want it to work, or it's just not behaving as you expect it to, you can come into the brush menu and reset the current brush. You don't have to reset all of your brushes anymore. With 408, you can reset individual brushes and it goes back to its normal state. So now you can see my Damien standard is actually working properly. So before it wasn't behaving itself. So now we've got this working real nice. I've got client work. Yeah, it was a quick theme. It's like, I just want to get it out of the way. You just put the theme there. Okay, you guys do it. And I don't know if I'm gonna completely go with that theme. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a kaiju, but like when you think of that, like what do you think of? What are you gonna go with? But that's like a really fun thing to sculpt, so I mean, why not, right? Like kind of big burly beasties. So I'm gonna try and make sure that I'm exaggerate. Like I really like to exaggerate a lot of the stuff that I put in here. So sometimes I come in and I put down like markings in with Damien standard, and I just kind of take the snake hook tool and then I start pushing it around. It depends on what kind of a concept I'm going for. If I'm not really like 100% sure of anything, then this is usually like a start for me, as I just kind of like put down marks and then I go. We also want to make sure that there's enough bone area for this to make any actual sense. Yeah. Oh. That's probably why. And always be thinking about the silhouette. Always, always, always. Probably push his neck. Just have it like come right out there. Why not? Why not? So usually I tell people work really low res. You can see I'm not working low res right now. I go in between both of them. Sometimes I work really low res, sometimes I work high res. It's just depending on my mood. If you want to get a strong silhouette though, I would recommend you work at a lower resolution, just so you can get the basic shapes. But because I feel very sculpty today, I'm kind of pushing it at a higher res. Hi, you're really loud all of a sudden. All right, there we go. He's a drummer boy, it's true. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. If you guys think that at any point, like, I'm talking too fast, just tell me. I really, like, I apologize again. Like, I'm having a bit of an anxiety fit today. So if you, like, if you need me to just kind of, like, take a breather, just let me know. Because, or if I'm not explaining anything, then just let me know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna pull this guy's, like, neck out really, really far. I'm going to probably start doing, I'll you know what the heck, I'll do it with Z-sphere, Z-spheres today. Grab the Z-sphere and create maybe like a body shape with that, because usually I just go straight in with the clay. Let's try something different today. All right. All right, yeah. Let's get like the really big, really big shoulders here. I'm gonna have them like backwards though. Or not backwards, but I'm gonna push like this bit backwards. I'll probably just like get like the entire burly shape. Ooh, yeah, what if he has like really like stupid long arms? Like really like ridiculously long arms. That could be kind of fun. Beefier. We want beefier. 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 Okay, I don't want his arms to be that long. I lied. So, how is everybody today? Is everybody joining in on this? I always love it when I get like the Z-spheres going and it looks like he can clap, you know what I mean? It's just, this boy can clap. It always looks silly. But it's just sort of like a block out thing, like where the pelvis area can be. Like, half of the people who were here just completely leave. They're just like, oh, I didn't sign up for twerking monsters. That's just really not my thing. It's okay, I don't blame you. I didn't sign up for that either, but some days we get what we don't deserve. Today is one of them. Working on the side. Oh man. Hold on one sec. Alright, I kind of want this guy to be more like, I don't think I'm gonna keep him like that. Or Well, maybe. And then I can give him tiny arms underneath. Maybe? I'll do like the forearm thing. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, what the hell? Why not? And I'll play with like some crests and stuff. Why not? Ooh. Oh, that's why. Because it's in Dynamesh. That's another thing. In adaptive skin, after you're done using a Z-sphere, if you preview it and you have a high Dynamesh resolution on, it's going to take a little while to load because, as you can see, it's at 1.6 million. That's high for my document settings right now, so I actually, you want to be careful with hitting A to preview because the Dynamesh resolution setting is like always on by default, so before you preview it or anything, I'd recommend you come down to the adaptive skin panel and just kind of like, just don't. Unless you want to use the Dynamesh resolution, which case like do it at like a really low res first and then click preview so it doesn't, so you don't explode, basically. We don't want explosions. And then make adaptive mesh. Sometimes I forget like what resolution I'm working at and I explode things. So I wanted to make sure you guys don't explode things. How thoughtful of me, right? Oh, so thoughtful. So this guy right here, we're probably gonna give him that back bit. Yeah. What if I'm gonna quickly cut this. Oh no. Hide it. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. And increase that. We could have like a fun crest thing right here. I'm thinking. What kind of a bird is a kaiju? One that isn't a bird, Mord. Believe it or not. It's also not a dog. I mean, I guess you could make it kind of like a dog if you really want to. I mean, what is the real definition of a kaiju? This needs a lot more definition if it's going to look okay. I want it to be... Let me just rotate these arms out. So it looks silly now, but I'll start blocking it properly. Trust me. Here, make it smaller so that my dynamic brush works well in here. I'm gonna give him a bit of like a stomach thing. Alright, let's put this Dynamesh resolution really low. Start building on this. I want that stretching look. And this guy, can pull these out more. More pulling out, that out. Give him that back muscle that can actually lift these arms. These need to be really pulled out if he's going to be able to lift these. And I don't really want that straight across. I like the idea of it being a... Okay, well, he needs more bicep anyways. More bicep area right here. So we can do a bit of an interesting shape by pulling it in and kind of curving the forearm. We also want to keep this looking really broad, but at the same time giving it sort of like that triangle look. And this, ooh, right out like that. There we go. Ooh, hello. Give him them man bitties. Needs a chest. Always remember when you're creating your creatures or your humans or anything organic to give them their bone structure underneath. I mean, unless you're creating a plant, in which case it doesn't really have a bone structure, but same thing kind of applies. The plant, always give the plant its underlying plantiness, I guess. Just rambling. Hey, King Kale. What technique did I use? No, actually the skull, so hold on. That I drew on Instagram. I don't really like that one, to be honest with you. It's, so I drew it, ooh, hello. I drew it on, just in my sketchbook, like this. And then after I did that, I took a picture, and then I just did like a really, really quick, ugly Photoshop on top of it. And I put it on Instagram. Ooh, hello. What's your booty? Yeah, no watercolor. I'm not very much of a watercolor person. I love the way it looks, I'm not good at using it. I'm too much of a spaz with my colors. Watercolor requires such a delicate touch. Oh my gosh. Hi, Seagull. Strange creature. Yeah, it's just like whatever really. We've got like that idea from Godzilla, and we've got it from well, the most recent movies by Del Toro. But, you know, whatever. Why are you PMing Thomas? Why do you want to... Why? Jar Jar Binks. No, can you just... Why does Jar Jar have to be a part of everything we do with you? Why is Jar Jar your thing? Do you have a thing for Jar Jar? Am I missing something? Do you really like him? Is he your favorite character? Is he your favorite? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Alright, I'm gonna make... Ugh. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I can try it. Can you animate using Z-spheres in 3ds Max with ZBrush? No. No, you can't. Z-spheres are, Z-spheres you can use for posing your stuff in ZBrush. You can use your Z-spheres for, you know, creating topology in ZBrush, but you can't really, like, animate with them from my knowledge. I don't know anything of that. So can you use that feature in Core? What? Oh, you mean Z-spheres? I'm not sure. I think you can. I think there are Z-spheres in Core, but I don't know, guys. Do you know? I don't use Core personally, so I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, Z-spheres are in Core. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, I just don't, I don't know all of the features of it because I don't use it. So it's good that we have core users in here that can back up the claims. All right. Let me see if this is gonna work or not. Actually, don't. Oh, that is a zesty looking hand right there. I've never seen one. Alright, this is gonna require some loving. No saved. Oh, well, I'll save this, but I'm not gonna save Jar Jar. I don't know why you keep telling me Jar Jar. I swear to God, Mord. Unbelievable. Alright. We want these wrists to be way chunkier. Pull these way more down. There we go. Oh yeah. Get that chunk on. Okay, I'll probably get this to be chunkier. Chunky. Alright. Now we want to get some feets. Need some feets in there. Probably got a body pillow, Jar Jar. Oh my god, more, do you? Do you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't. Yeah, I completely agree. Core, like, well, I haven't used it, but from the basic features that I've seen that it does have, like, Core is really good for learning, like, the world of 3D sculpting and getting into it if you ever actually think that you're going to become, like, a character artist or even, like, a serious environment artist, or you want to be a CG generalist. Just knowing how to sculpt in ZBrush in just the 3D space is really, really helpful. In Core, like, can help you like teach you all that kind of stuff without all of like the extra stuff. If it's if the UI is too overwhelming for you, if all of the extra features are too overwhelming for you, it's like this is a light version of ZBrush. Basically, you can do all of what most of what I do on this stream is pretty core friendly from what I know. For final characters, some stuff that I've done before with what's it called, like Dynamesh stuff and things like that, like you're not going to get that kind of thing in Core. And I think a lot of the texturing capabilities that ZBrush has isn't really available in Core either. But if you're just wanting to learn how to like sculpt Yeah, it's perfectly fine for that. I'm helping you get through university. Well, cheers to that. Hopefully you'll be done soon. Thank you, Mord. Thank you for that, but not the Jar Jar stuff. But yeah, if you're interested, I guess, yeah, if you're interested in following me, you can follow me over at the thing that Mord just dropped in chat. I'll just double drop it, I guess. I'll just do this again. Oh. Oh, why does it do that? It's telling you not to click. Bye. Okay. Alright, that's a new thing. I didn't even realize that Twitch did that now. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, if that can totally be enough for you for sculpting. Learning to sculpt, learning anatomy, all that kind of stuff. Also, if you guys don't follow Pixelogic, which you're on right now, there's a lot of other artists that stream here. So I would say, hey, why not give them all a look-see? Give the channel a follow so you can see when other people go live and when I go live here on the channel as well. In chat, there's another one of us, Tomas. Or he was there earlier anyways. I'm not sure if he's still there. But yeah, like there's a lot of other artists, so give it a look-see. Give it a big chunky juicy follow. Just a delicious massive follow. Should definitely do it. Give it a massive follow. Not a simple follow, but like a massive follow. Oh, that's why. No, I was just saying you're another person. Didn't follow you. Do I use X-Normal for baking, or do you prefer to use Maya? I heard good things about X-Normal. It's widely used in the industry. I've used X-Normal for baking, yeah. I actually use Substance for a lot of my bakes, to be honest with you. I've used ZBrush for baking as well, but a lot of the time I use Substance. Post what you have so far. I'm not going to be able to critique you during stream, but you can post your stuff and show it to people. Hey Sneak, how are you? If you need to do a hole in the chest, for example, how should you do it in ZBrush? Do you have 4 or 8? Do you have 4 or 8? Because if you have 4 or 8, you can use a Boolean. If you use the Boolean feature. Yeah. If you wanted to make a hole. I'm going to delete these. I don't need these. So if you wanted to make a hole, let's say just like, you know, you could create your geo, your piece of geo, and then stick it through, just impale him. You're like, oh yeah, I want a hole right here. And then with that, put it above the, I think it's above, no, below. This one start, oops. This, there we go. So if you want the Boolean feature, basically if you wanted to create a hole inside of something, basically, this is how you would do it with 408. So what you do is you take like your piece of geo that you want the hole to be cut into, and then you make the piece of geo, this one, you make that into the form that will be your shape that you want to cut that hole into, that into the body, and you put that underneath, and you click the start arrow on the body, and then you hit live Boolean. You can get live Boolean in I keep forgetting because I have it in my I have it here now. I think it's in render. Yeah, render Boolean. And so if you click live Boolean, then you'll be able to see that. But you also want to make sure on your piece of geo that is going to be cutting the hole that you click this big circle and little circle icon right here, and that will it will turn into the Boolean. It will be like the difference, Boolean difference, or whatever it is, or subtract. And with that, the magic of live Boolean is you can actually move this around like live. You can, that's why it's called live Boolean. So you can create holes in your mesh like real time sort of a thing. And then once you're done, if you're like, yeah, this is what I want, basically all you need to do is, if you just wanted this hole in just the body but you wanted to keep the other subtools separate, I would say hide the subtools that are not, you know, part of that cutting process. And then down in your subtool palette, there is another option area called Boolean, and you can say make Boolean mesh. This is going to calculate it, and then in another tool you'll find the actual hole cut thing right here. So it took the geo of the sphere and it applied it into the hole. And all the other geo is exactly as messy as I had left it before. So that's basically how that works. And then you would just append it back, and then it would be workable. So this is a temporary thing right here that you can do this. This is temporary. This is permanent. It's just one subtool. So once you're done with the hole, then that's when you can create the final Boolean, basically, or the final product out of the Boolean. So I hope that makes sense. Bad at explaining things. Can you make a hole without live Boolean? Yes, you can. You can. It requires Dynamesh subtraction. Oh geez, I haven't done that in a while because I've got the live Boolean thing. Hold on. So if you wanted to do that without, hold on. Okay. So let me try to remember. I think it has something to do. Let me just like quickly run over it, and then I will be able to tell you exactly, because I haven't done it in a while. Insert. I'll just do like something like this. Wait, actually. Ah, it's being weird. Okay. So let's say I wanted holes like right here, right? Without using Boolean. So I am going to check if this is going to work or not. I can't remember. If it doesn't, I'm just going to find the video for you because I haven't used it in a while. So I don't want to be Yeah, I don't want to be giving you wrong information. There it is. So Dynamesh subtract right there. So basically what you want to do is it's not as forgiving, and it's not as easy to create holes as, you know, live Boolean. Live Boolean is like way better. But if you're using an older version of ZBrush and you're not updated, which you should update, by the way, the updates are free, and why aren't you updating? But if you refuse to update for whatever reason, that's your prerogative. But I'm just saying that this is not as it's not as easy to create holes. So if you wanted to create a hole, you could take like, I don't know, like a whatever piece of geo you wanted to use to create that hole with, and insert it as a negative, right? Like you want it to be a negative of itself. So you don't want it to be like normal facing geo. You want it to be inside out. Because you're going to be subtracting it, right? So you're basically telling it like, oh, take the geo on the inside, or yeah. I don't know exactly the map, so I'm not going to, I don't know. Anyways, this is how it works to an extent. You put your insert mesh there, you get rid of the mask, and then underneath the Dynamesh tab, there is Dynamesh subtract. And if you click that, then you're going to end up getting that subtraction in that area. So it is a little bit hard to see. So what you can do is in the display properties, you can do double-sided so you can see where you're going to be creating that hole, and then it'll still work the same way, right? Because you're basically just saying double-sided, but you want to make sure that it is inversed, right? But so by inserting a mesh and holding Alt, if you're holding Alt, then it'll be inserted inside out. Basically, the normals will be reversed. Hey, Cam. Yeah, live Boolean is really cool. Try it out. I've been good, Doom. How are you? How have you been? Yeah, I was just showing the people that don't have 4 or 8 what they can do to create holes as well. So you can do that. Because some people might think like, oh, if I just, you know, if I just, oh, not that, but like if I just take like, you know, like this, and then I subtract it, and then I like Dynamesh, it just fills that in again, because again, like it's taking the closest area and filling the hole that way. So if you want to say, hey, there's going to be a mesh on the inside, you need to reverse the normals of another object, put it in there, and then it will be like, oh, hey, there's actually a wall here because the normals have been reversed. You're putting in a wall in itself inside of the geo. So that's how that kind of works. I'm not gonna get technical with it. I'm not a technical person. Don't want to give you misinformation. Hey Ronnie, how are you? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly what Siegel said. Yeah, I'm just showing like anybody who doesn't have 4 or 8 how to do it. New question, you see here that you have different parts on your sculpt. How do you merge them? If you want to merge your sculpt together, that's actually pretty straightforward. In your subtool menu, there's a thing literally called merge. You can, so whatever's on top will be merged down. So if I have this top bit right here, it will merge down. If I click merge down, this top bit will be merged down to the head. And so once those parts are merged, you can Dynamesh Your Dynamesh is down in the Geometry tab. In the Dynamesh tab, if you click Dynamesh, then you're going to have like one solid piece. Hey Haz, what's up? Yeah, see, chat's got it. Okay. I'll let chat answer those questions, and I'll just try to sculpt more, I guess. Yeah, no worries. If you guys like, of course you can ask me any kind of question you want, but I would say give a good solid look through of Z Classroom for all the like newcomers to ZBrush and stuff like that. Like, of course you can ask me for clarification. I might not always have the answer for you, but Z Classroom, like that, the makers of ZBrush Pixelogic created all of those tutorials, like of just like the basics of ZBrush for you guys to like go through and learn. You know, things like where is the merge button, where's the Dynamesh button, what are those things, and so you can get started using Z Classroom. Oh my gosh, we're at yeah, here we go. Hey RD Hala, how are you? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the challenge. This is it's a challenge, man. You don't. Ooh, I hate red wax so much. It's giving me hives. It's gross. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. You know what? Ooh, yeah. Let's make it like even worse. Let's just. Oh, let's try sculpting like this. Oh no, it's so This put sculpt, yeah, angle of view 180. Oh. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I hate it. Ooh. If you're doing any of this, if you're starting off in ZBrush, put away your red wax. Just put it away. You're new to sculpting in 3D. If you're doing this, don't do this. Put away the red wax. Just get rid of it. You know, use a basic material. I'm not even kidding. Like, use a basic material or download one of the ZBrush materials or Glaucolongis. Like, just use anything. Oh, well, almost anything but red wax like this. This is just not. Ooh. And when you're in perspective mode, don't have it at the max. This is so hard. I'm getting like nauseous. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, I can't do it. I just can't. It's just like, it's killing me. It's killing me. It's just absolutely destroying every single part. Oh, it's so much better. Wow. Oh, my eyes. So much better. Don't be like me. Don't use red wax. The knockoff WED clay material. Which one? Oops. Oh my gosh, Mord. No, we can't play that way. No, I can't do it. No red wax, no. Probably put this part in into the body. So I'll probably do. Yeah. Oh. Bleed hidden. Okay, split mask. There we go. Just right there. Ooh, oh. Nah. Oh, do I have... What in the world? Yeah, it's okay. This is being weird. I lower the res. Okay. Yeah, and that's fine. Fix the mesh. Okay, and then I'll try merging it again. top down this time. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, who named themselves the Red Wax Police? You're insane. That's amazing. Oh my god. Is that thing pregnant? It could be. I mean, if that's your thing. No, it's not. It really isn't. It's a he. I mean, I'm not gonna discriminate though. If that's maybe a surrogate surrogate monster. Hey Brendan, what's up? How are you? Also, you guys, Brendan also streams occasionally on the Pixelogic channel. You should go and check him out too. And while you're at it, give Pixelogic a big, chunky, juicy, delicious follow. Just smack your face on the keyboard. Just smack it. Make sure that or on your mouse, that is over top, hovering over top of that follow button, and then just like smack your face onto it. Just smack it. Just headbutt your mouse, and then you'll follow ZBrush and Pixelogic's channel, and Pixelogic will notify you when all of these amazing artists are live, and then the black sheep here, me, if you like watching me. Your first year of university, Ginger? Oh. What? Well, if you're using a mouse to sculpt, it's a little bit difficult. It's really, really hard to sculpt with a mouse. I'd say try using a pen and a tablet. You'll probably get better results that way, but don't think that people have looks of disappointment until you actually hear it from them. 'Cause some people just got that resting judgment face, you know, like me. When I'm just kind of like sitting around, people are like, "What's wrong? What did I do?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's just my face." Hey, ABBN, how are you? Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't seen you on Twitch for a little. I've been really good. I'm like getting freaked out at like the beefiness of my, like, well, not beefiness, but like my leg has muscle now, and I'm just like, what? Why? Because I've been going to the gym. Sorry, oversharing. While hitting your face on the keyboard. Well, then we wouldn't have to deal with that anymore, Chippy, because you'd be gone, so feel free. No, I'm so kidding. Oh, Ginger, I'm sorry. Okay, that's not good. Okay, if your professor's telling you that he's discussing you, I'm sorry, but what? What's going on there? What is that nonsense? Are you sure this is not... Wait, sorry, what? Why? Oh, this is kind of messed up. Get yourself out of there. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like a bad day. Sounds like a bad time. It doesn't sound right. Go, gastronaut. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's because I've been doing lots of like running and biking, like the spin biking stuff as well. So my calves are just becoming a little bit ridiculous. Like they're hard. It's oversharing again. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Alright, I need to sculpt. Oh man, yeah, guys, go check out Brendan. Go peep him. Go peep him. He hasn't been streaming in a little while, but I know that he's gonna be back. He always comes back. He always comes back. Okay, this back bit right here. I'm going to make the silhouette a little bit nicer. At least I think I am. Use that magic pinch brush. Get my shapes in there, get my planes. I use the pinch brush for planes all the time. Like plane changes. So good for that. Starting a new project, nice. You'll be back this weekend, sweet, awesome. If I'm around on the weekend, I will give you a peep. Oh, that sounds really bad. Sorry, please don't ban me. No, I'm just gonna go and watch your stream. Yeah, you can't escape. Hi, Shannon, how are you doing? From England, so the humor is very dry. Oh, yeah. Okay, alright, okay. I thought you meant, like, that's not, like, it wasn't funny. It was, like, actually hurting you deep down. Okay, whatever. I guess it's fine. trying to, like, scare me there for a minute. Oh. Pinch and snake hook, yeah. All the time. It's my life. Pinching and snake. Okay, everything sounds weird tonight. I'm just a weirdo. I'm sorry. Sorry, please don't ban me. What should his booty be like? Should we give him a little tail? Should probably give him like a little something something. Kind of want this guy's head. Maybe a little bit chunky. Maybe like that. Alright, let's cut this horn off and do something a little bit more zesty with it. Let's zest it. There we go. That's kind of cool. Really can't push his head back though with that thing. So we'll just maybe take that, pull it forward a little bit more, because he really won't be able to move his head backwards at all. But I guess it's okay. It's not really backwards head kind of guy. He likes to keep his head down. Okay, I definitely want to pull this skull backwards though. This is not feeling that. And I'll probably start like giving him like plating. That's probably what I'll do. Get a little bit of a curve. There we go. Just create for fun. These are just sketch sessions. I try to do a different creature every week. I've done a whole ton of them now. I think almost 50. We've done. I've been here for almost 50 weeks. Almost a whole year I've been doing this. This is crazy. Almost a whole year I've been on the Pixelogic stream doing a different creature every single week. That's insane to me. Wow. Okay. That was a realization. I should make like a banner with like all of these things like rendered out like together, just like smash them all into the same picture and see what it looks like. Thank you, Mord. I appreciate it. Do I work from concepts or just create on the go? Yeah, I just create on the go. That's like sort of the idea, is just like kind of a sandbox session. Is just sort of like do as you want. Just create from your mind. What do you think would be really cool? See where the shapes take you, sort of an idea. Hey, Suj, what's up? You want some big fat buns on that guy? Oh, ooh, them buns. About 3 something somethings? You want 3 something somethings? Oh my. Tail with a ball and spikes. Oh. And sacks. Oh. Oh. Oh, Chet, you get nasty. He can't see the sky or the stars. No, but he could be on his back and then he can. Just saying. ZBrush pro tip, never leave hard surface noise on. When you have 100 plus subtools, you can alt click to switch on that subtool. You have to find in the menu. Yeah, ooh, that sounds tasty. That sounds like a tasty time. That sounds like a good time to me. It sounds like a fun way to spend your evening. Finding which one. That vast menu. It's the specific subtool that you want. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. In 2 weeks? I don't think it'll be in 2 weeks. What was the first time that I was streaming on Pixelogic? I'm actually going to quickly figure that out. I want to know what my first one was. Hey Shay, how's it going? The freaking sacks. You're working on anatomy? Nice. Hold on, let me see. I want to know when the first... I gotta find Pixelogic channel. Playlists. Ooh, I have 39 videos. Okay, so it hasn't been 50 weeks. It hasn't been 50 weeks yet. I have a lot of sculpts though. All right, when was the first one? When was the first one? The 9th of February. Yeah, okay, so in a month from now, it'll be a whole year that I've been on the Pixelogic channel. Heck yes. All right.
When working for comp and designing characters, does boss tell you what she wants, or do you create creature characters and see if she likes it? That depends on the company that you work for, and it depends on your position. If you're a character modeler, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up taking already completed designs a lot of the time. You're going to take completed designs and you're going to have a turnaround, and occasionally you don't have a turnaround, in which case you have to put in a little bit of your creative freedom, artistic vision rather, and most of the time it is just like based off of what designers have already made. If you get a job like a character sculptor or a character concept artist, like a 3D character concept artist, a lot of the time you end up given vague ideas of what your director or your producer or your art director wants for a specific character, and they might give you a reference board and then they say go. That's sort of what I've got to do in the last project or the current project that I'm at right now, but my last role on the current project, they gave me drawings that the director would have done or another designer would have done, and then based on that
single view drawing. I kind of, you know, create that and then add my own flair to it, and then just try and create like a character based on like that quick drawing that they did, being like, we kind of want this, and then you kind of like go with it. But that's sort of like a concept sculpting job rather than a 3D modeler. Like a 3D modeler goes from orthos usually, and you're given things that the designers have already created, and you have a lot more detail to work with. You have something that's already been like fleshed out for you, and so then you just kind of like fill in the gaps of anything that they might not have might not have really got, because it is impossible to go one-to-one from 2D to 3D. When you're creating a 3D model, you're always going to lose a bit of, or not really lose, but it's going to differ from the 2D image almost all the time. To an extent, you as a 3D modeler, you want to try and make that gap as small as possible, obviously, but it is going to differ because it is impossible for a 2D artist to always get perspective and, you know, like a real camera, like a real camera would all the time, right? There's always going to be discrepancies, and so that's kind of the 3D modeler's job, to be like, okay, well, let me fill in this blank. I don't really think that that works. Let me just kind of make this work. So even though you're given all of these details and these fully finished concepts and things like that from the designers, as a 3D modeler, you still want to have all of that anatomy knowledge, have all of that artistic background in order to fill in these details as best as you can and bring to life the concepts that you're given the best that you can. I work as both, like, you know, both a 3D modeler and a concept artist, so I get both roles. It just really depends also how far along on the project they are. If they're really heavy into production, odds are you're going to be given fleshed out designs. If they're not super far into production, then odds are you're going to have a lot more freedom with what you're creating. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And again, it really depends on the studio. It depends on how strict they are about the hierarchies that they have. And I know that sounds like really like silly or whatever when I say it like that, but there is, like, you know, there's always like a hierarchy of like leads and seniors and all that. So if you're just starting a job as a junior, like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get like anything cool to work on, or you might get like one cool thing to work on, but usually they don't, like, a lot of companies don't leave that kind of interpretation up to the newbies, or as they would be presumed newbies. Again, that's not all the time. It really depends on the studio and the project and blah 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 blah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. And I don't have like all the experience in the world. I've worked for a total of 2 companies and a few freelance stuff. So it's like, I don't know, there might be better opinions than mine. But that's what I know of it anyways. Make a character to celebrate my 1-year mark. I mean, I pretty much already was going to. I know, it's been a year. I can't believe it either. Get some cake and eat it while sculpting. Hell yes, maybe I will. Oh, nice. Well, nice to have you around, Yeti. Nice to meet you here on the Pixel stream. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No.
An exotic helmet from Destiny. Does it? Does it? I don't know. I stopped playing Destiny like a few months, like a month or so ago. I just fell off of it. Do some free organic sculpting. I know, it's really, because it's a lot of fun, Brendan. That's why. If people see, oh, look, she's going so fast at it. It's because it's so fun. You just get at it. You just go and it's easy. It's easy. It's fun. Do it. Try it. You'll like it. I was super focused, and then I broke my focus. I kind of like rely on like those super focus moments, like those 5-minute like sessions where I'm just like just attacking my sculpt to actually get them done within like the period of time that I'm sculpting, because most of the time I'm just talking to chat. I don't ask me which school would be good to go to for this kind of a thing, because I didn't go to a 3D. I'm not involved in that world as much. Like, I don't look for schools. I don't kind of like evaluate schools or anything like that. I didn't go to school for 3D sculpting or anything like that. I went to school for 2D animation, actually. So, yeah. Well, little Ginger, you can actually just scroll, like you can go to the VODs and then go to the time and see what I said. From Dota 2. It looks like everything. No, like that's the thing. Like I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna put my opinion down on what Destiny. Destiny's a pretty game. There we go. The art's cool. I really like the designs for Destiny. Okay, I'm gonna extend this dude a bit. Oh, my bad. Gotta make sure that I get those ribs in there. Something that's it can be pretty tricky to remember to do is just getting those that rib, and then having how the stomach actually hangs off of it as well. Can be some tricky stuff right in here. Just force that closed a little bit more. And force these a bit more. Make these legs like real chunky, so that I can really support this mass, this big mass. Huh? Why is my... Did I drop a few frames there? Weird. I didn't present at Montreal. I did go to MIG's for the ArtStation meetup. I didn't stay too long, but it was nice. Nice. It's cool to see my work hanging with everybody else's. What program am I using? Really? Oh, this is ZBrush. It's yeah, it's the channel, the official ZBrush channel. By the way, if you guys don't know about the official ZBrush channel that you're on right now, you should definitely give it a nice big follow, because then you can see a whole bunch of other artists live and see their amazing workflows. Amazing workflows that, you know, if mine doesn't really, like, float your boat, then maybe somebody else will. Maybe somebody else has some cool stuff to show you that, you know, I wasn't providing, in which case, I'm sorry, but everybody does things differently. So, maybe you want to go and check them out. Actually, definitely do go check them out. Okay, I need to make these, like, back feet. Whoa. These hands, I almost feel like they're just not gonna get done. Like, I'll have them here, but I almost feel like I just don't, like, I'm just not gonna do them. We'll see, though. We'll see how much time I have. They're just so... Ugh. I just don't want it right now. I don't know why I chose to do the gorilla thing. Hey Jackal, hey Mello. An unexplored jungle somewhere? He could. We never really know. It's very thick. Hey Quiz. Doing well, doing well. Someone at the gym here looking like me, minus the dyed hair. Well, I have one of those faces, you know, generic. Do you set the ground plane for the hands and the feet? Oh, do you mean like the floor? I usually actually don't use like the floor unless it's like, you know, time to make sure that it's going to be coming in at the 0 to 1 axis, or 0, yeah. Yeah, 0 to 1. On the, you know, in Maya or whatever. Usually what I do, just because like if you adjust one thing, then and then you move, the floor adjusts according to that as well. So I find like I'm always finicking with where the bottom, you know, the bottom of floor is. So I usually just kind of like import a cube, like I just append a cube, and then I just kind of like put it right there, and I just make it pretty big and pretty thin. And I just kind of like leave it there, and I turn it on and off so I can see like, you know, okay, well that's how it's going to sit on top of the floor. Okay, this one, Dynamesh it. I need some water. Keep them chunky, but I'll keep them flat at the end so then I can put in some claw stuff. That's what I will do. Sure that this is looking kind of okay. Splay it out some more. Make sure that all of these are hitting down on the floor, and then I will cut it. we can use the clip curve to just be like, whoop, there we go. Now he's got a nice flat foot. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And where's his body? Where's your body? There it is. Alright, Dynamesh at a little bit of a higher resolution. And I will save this guy out because I haven't actually been saving. Oh my gosh, save your stuff. Smash the hay, alright. See you, little ginger. Thanks for stopping by. It got colder than the North Pole over the weekend. Yes, yes it did. Not last night, but a night ago, with the wind chill, it was -40 with the wind chill. With the wind chill. It was so cold that going outside actually hurt. Like, it physically hurt. Like, normally you're just like, ooh, it's really cold. No, it hurt. It stung. Like, it was not fun. Alright, see ya, Brendan, guys, again. Check out Brendan. He's another streamer on the Pixelogic channel. Give him a look-see. You won't be disappointed. He's a super friendly guy. Super knowledgeable guy. Go check him out. Yeah, it's like, it was disgusting. It's been forever, again. How are you doing, Ame? What have you been up to? I mean, yeah, it wasn't, like, it's not actually fun, but, it was interesting, I guess, to experience how painful air can be. Do you eat or sleep or both? Both. Exactly the same time. New Launchpad MK2 doesn't work with your computer? That doesn't sound fun. Any new computer that doesn't work with anything new or anything like that is not fun. No fun. No fun. Hey, Tatir? Am I saying that right? How are you? How are you doing? Do I study a career at a university or of 3D design? No. No, I do not. And I didn't. I went to school for 2D animation. I'm working in with, like, my career is 3D sculpting and surfacing. If that's your question. Yes, in that case, yes. Oh. How is chat been? Chat seems to be very, very nice today. Very nice. There's been no bread talk. Thank you. You put your monster in my general dump. Oh, the Discord. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like my dump. Yeah, no, the Discord's called like the cube dump, and everything is dump in it. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Wow. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go look. I'll go look. Oh my gosh, I'm out of it right now. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love it. Oh my gosh, Tomas, that's amazing. That's so great. Oh man. Oh, it's so cute. It's like angry and cute. I love it. I can link you guys to the Discord, sure. Okay. Oh wait, sorry. Wrong. That one will probably expire. This is the better one. I work with a Wacom Intuos Pro Medium right here. The pen. Yeah, Tomas is awesome. You guys should go and check out his streams. I need to stop saying Yeah, the Monsters Inc. Yeah, I can see it being in that. It's a fun design. Alright, let's see here. This guy. Some of you guys might be like, oh my god, Dynamesh this! I hate looking at how like low poly and gross and stretchy it is. But I actually, for something like this, for hands, I like it to be, especially when it's like a posed hand like this, I like it to be like that because then I can just see the shapes. I can see the breaks and everything exactly where I want things to be. And so when it comes to actually Dynameshing it and working as just like a sculpture thing, then it's not as big of a deal for me. It's actually a lot easier. I'm sorry, Ame. I'm sorry. Just want to make cool music and light shows. Alright, see you, Aquas. Thanks for hanging out. You get about halfway through your sculpt. Yeah.
I just kind of like mess things around as well. Okay. It feels pretty like flat. Just like that. Just like that. And these guys want some claws back here. That's probably what I want to do with that. Just put some claws back there. Oh, you know what I haven't done in a little bit is shoved my my Twitch channel in all of your faces. So I'm just gonna do that and then try. Here you go. Wait, do you want to follow me? Make myself sick. Whenever you sculpt boots or feet, it's hard for them to stay on the same floor. The bottom part of the shoe often ends up wobbly. Any tips making clean bottom of the shoes, feet? Yeah. Basically what I do is I don't care about the wobbly stuff until it's mostly finished. So I just kind of, like you can see, I put like a plane here and then I just kind of start sculpting and get most of it kind of on that plane. So then it looks like it can be flat. And then after that, after it's all been sculpted up here, I take the clip curve and then on the bottom of this plane, it acts as the guide. I just clip it off. And then you have a flat bottom, like so. And then if you need to adjust the shape of the flat bottom, just snap your view onto the bottom, like so. And then start moving it around based on like the bottom view. As long as you're snapped to the bottom view, it will only move on that one axis. So that's usually how I end up doing that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's some good face right there. Ooh. Hey, Rodrigo. Hey, Storm. Hey, Knight.
Yeah, no worries. Of course. Anytime. Anytime. Alright, I'll merge these and duplicate them over. Oh, wow, it's only 10:15. It's crazy. It's 12:20. Maybe you should go to sleep. Maybe you should go to sleep. Or start getting tired. That booty. Ooh. That booty. Okay, I'm gonna save again because I haven't done that in a bit. Turkey monster. Wait, 4:21 in the morning, Mord? Oh my gosh, why are you awake? It's okay, David. It's no worries. We still have an hour, basically like longer than, an hour and 40 minutes left, so that's totally fine. I won't make Jar Jar Binks. You should just go sleep. Just go sleep. I'm not gonna make Jar Jar Binks. It's not, no. Nah. Jeez. Stupid Jar Jar. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little more handwork. No. 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 No, Mord. No. No. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Thanks, Blue. Yeah, no, don't even try with, just don't do it with a mouse. You will get much better results with a tablet. You don't want to do it with a mouse. No, you do not. Some people try, but I mean, it's just more, it's way slower. It's just so much slower. It is Zen music, because it's getting late. You need to focus. Focus on your work. Brain power. See, if this were my stream, then I could, but because these streams need to be put onto YouTube after, we can't use any copyright music, so I can't do that kind of stuff. I can't use that kind of music here. We gotta be Creative Commons. Alright. Save this. Do I have a playlist of my music? I can give you the playlist of what's playing currently, sure. It's Creative Commons based. What are you guys talking about bread again? Here, I'm gonna put this guy right here for right now, and I will be back in just a few minutes. Okie dokies. Just gonna take a little break because I've been sitting here for a few hours now. If you can, stand up and give your legs a little stretch, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. It was like 3 minutes, please. Oh my gosh, you guys. With wine. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. You need to like stand up and take a break, especially if you've been sitting for a couple of hours. It must be nom nom nom. I mean, I might have had a piece of bread. But I did actually just, ooh, oh, that was aggressive. I did boil another cup of tea. We demand cashmere cam. Oh, I mean, I can give you. It's so tiny. Like minuscule. Look at how puny. It's not growing. It's sad. It's just staying puny. I left you forever. Forever! Okay. Back to business. Yeah, I'll rewind that. I think that's really something I want. But do you want that come lower? Ooh. So I think I've said this before, but I'll reiterate kind of what I'm doing by zooming out is I'm seeing overall how the shapes are interacting with each other. And what I did right there was change two parallel lines to be not parallel. So there's sort of like a smaller area that they're both closer together at one point, and then that deviates outwards, and that actually helps bring your eye from one area of the character to the next. I'm not a fan of parallel lines in my design unless it's specific, like it's specific to be, like it's meant to be parallel, like that's sort of like part of it. But if it's organic, usually you don't have a lot of like parallel lines occurring in nature. Now I'm just kind of like pushing the shapes some more. Work them glutes, yeah. Thanks, Mord. Thanks for dropping my info again. I really appreciate it. That's super helpful. Then I don't have to keep being obnoxious, calling myself out, being like, hey guys, follow my channel. Why are you still awake, Mord, though? Like, why? What's going on? Why are you still up? I think my goal this year is to be able to block out anatomy even faster. Faster and more accurate. I think I'm gonna keep trying to push that envelope. I know some people can like just block that like it ain't anything. This one technically come down like that, but oops, it's not really like that. Oops. I think what I want to learn is some more shorthands. I think something that I absolutely love doing is finding the more that I sculpt, the more I find shorthands for what it is that I am sculpting. Like just really quick ways of demonstrating like a sketchy version of the actual final. So I think I'm gonna work at that. Just overall get this shape more chocolicious. Hey, Sirius. Thanks. How are you? Mord is the official pixel bot. Is that what you're doing up? That's why? How do I study anatomy? Because I know all kinds of anatomy. I'm not like a master at it though, right? Like I still have a lot to learn, and this is sort of the one of those cases where it's just like I'm going off of memory on this, and when I'm studying anatomy, like actually studying it, this is not considered studying, right? Like this is a sandbox thing. This isn't something where I'm like, yeah, this is 100% accurate anatomy, because it definitely isn't. But if I was studying anatomy, I usually I have like a bunch of like Pinterest boards, not my own, but like from other people. Shane has a bunch of stuff actually. There's also this really good what's it called? Oh my gosh, I have it like tabbed here. I'll try and find it. Anatomy for Sculptors is a good book that I'm not going to be linking you. Where is it? Oh, Anatomy Next. There it is. Yeah, Anatomy for Sculptors. There we go. Here we go. Here, Hey, Mika. With a large brush and low intensity works very well to make muscle definition if you keep pressing replay last stroke. Yeah, but I'm a spaz. You know how I work next. I'm a spaz, and different things work for different people. I've tried that, and it's nice. It is nice, but it takes like patience, and I don't have that kind of patience to be laying down strokes like that. And like, yeah, like I'm a bit of like a spaz when it comes to this kind of stuff. You know, some things work for some people and other things just don't. I mean, I'm sure if I just kept using that technique, I would be like, oh yeah, it's fine, but it's not something that I like initially like enjoy. Because it requires like slow buildup. That's like the difference of like some people really enjoy using clay tubes and like at a low intensity and going over their strokes multiple times to create a buildup. But I really enjoy clay buildup because it's like fast. Like if I want something like big, then I can just be like, oh, there it is. I don't have to keep going like click 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 click. Like that's not like I admire that way of sculpting, but I'm just not. It's not my favorite. Just really isn't. Nah. Also, these guys. That's a broken heart. It's okay. Next, I still use like a lot of the techniques that you've told me about like way back. Like even the slash brush, like that's something that I still use. Don't be so brokenhearted. That's why I tell like people to follow this channel, because you can get a whole bunch of different workflows. If this one doesn't work for you, you can have other workflows that maybe jive with you better. Fire segues. I would recommend find some good Pinterest boards. Honestly, that's sort of like, that's how I learn my anatomy a lot of the time, is just looking at a ton of different photos of the same thing. I think the Smithsonian actually has some like turnarounds, like you can see in 3D like the animal skulls and skeletons and things of that nature. It's not like super great, but there's a little bit of that. Yeah, just usually I go off of like whatever it is that I have to learn at that time. I just try and get like a whole bunch of pictures of it for like a whole bunch of different views, like as many as I can, so I can look through and compare one bit of it to the next. And I usually look for a crochets of animals as well as human. It's usually your best bet. Trauma. Right? Whatevs. That's fine. Fine. Here, next. You want me to just put it at a low intensity? And just... Ooh, I can't. No, it's too low. So you're saying you want me to just like what did I put my repeat stroke as? I totally forgot. What is my replay last? Yeah, shift 1, that's why. I'm gonna just keep doing that. I can't, no. I don't have the patience for that. I'm sorry. Totally understand that, you know, that works for some people. I can't do it. I can't. I don't have the patience. Just don't. I don't. Oh yeah, that's true. Thanks, Imaginator. How are you doing? I think these guys right here need to be chunkier.
Hey Pooter, how are you? Not too much up, not too much at all. Just sculpting, you know, same old. Same old, same old. Okay, where is that? Where is this? There it is. Chat's dead? Yeah, I think everybody's just working right now. Also, it's 11 p.m. EST, so it's probably really late for a lot of other people as well. Working on miniature holders the whole nice. Sweet. Nope. Have I tried chocolate tea? Yeah, I have tried chocolate tea and am not a fan. I'm really not. It just tastes like water, like you dropped like a piece of chocolate into a lot of water and let it dissolve. I'm not huge on that. I just drink black tea to stay awake and green tea just to drink something warm. It's pretty basic stuff. Alright, this guy with his hands. Stupid hands. Let's see really quick. Stupid hands. Playing RimWorld. Last time I was playing RimWorld, I made a bunch of the people that I actually knew in real life. And then my friends started cannibalizing each other. And I was very disturbed. Very, very disturbed. Yeah, merge down. Yeah. The merge down is right here. Subtool, merge down. Then you get to mergerinos. Your sculptorinos. Eno. Alright, let's do the handwork. Hey Mart, what's up?
Oh, you like it with, oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it's like a really like tame version. Like chocolate tea would be like a tame version of hot chocolate. Like a really tame version. If you wanted that sort of taste of chocolate, but you don't want to like commit to eating or drinking like 8 billion calories worth of like hot chocolate. Yeah, I get you. I get you. That's cool. I think I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna merge these, merge these to the body. Just say screw it. Quickly save first in case I completely blow everything up. Merge down. You're a big jerk in RimWorld. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't the one who was cannibalizing my friends in RimWorld though. It was just my friends were like they all went crazy and started eating each other. I didn't understand why that was happening, but it was happening. It's like they would sneak it too. Like I would tell them like, "Hey, can you like bury the person that just like died of starvation or whatever?" And oh my gosh, this sounds so bad. I'm talking about a game. We're talking about a game. And they would take the body and I would be like, "Okay, but like you've already you ate stuff. You're not hungry. You're going to take this body." I'm talking about a game, by the way. Oh my gosh. You're taking this body, you're gonna go bury it and give it a proper burial, like you should your friend. And I'm watching it, like I'm watching the character walk away with it. And then like I go back to my base and I tell other people, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll trust that person. They're fine. They're full. And they're not gonna do anything silly. And then I come back and it's just like this guy on all of his fours just like eating this thing and I'm just like, why? Top 10 anime betrayals. Like, I don't even understand. What? What are you doing? You didn't need to do this. It's been like 2 minutes into the apocalypse. It doesn't mean you need to immediately cannibalize. Stop it. So that was, yeah, and then I just stopped playing RimWorld. Because I couldn't keep them alive. It just sucked. Yeah, they eat them on the way to do, yeah, I don't understand. Do you always work on Dynamesh or do I subdivide at some point? Yeah, if I wanted to like take this into like extra detail and I wanted to actually make this a usable model, like an actual usable model, then I would sub-D the actual topology. But this is just like a sketch, so I usually just stay in Dynamesh. Because I can. Alright, let's see. Gonna explode? No, we're good. We're good. We're good sauce.
Okay, I'm going to take these. Just kind of like extend this area back here. Maybe he does have a baby in the belly. Hey, Fix. Yeah, I do. I do have a Discord. And David linked you up. Thank you. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. So if anybody's curious as to what I'm using right now, it's what I was talking to Nex about earlier. It's the slash brush, and you can get that in your Lightbox. You're thinking in chocolate tea? Never heard that? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it can definitely be some people's things. It's not my thing. Chocolate tea. Do I use H polish after I finish the main concept? Because I found the H polish and the smooth tool are the only things helpful for fixing the normals, but I haven't seen me use them. I don't do final products here on the Pixel stream. I'm just doing sketches. But yes, I do use the H polish brush, actually. I do use that. Even before I'm done this one. You're talking about this one? I use this one a lot of the time for defining planes, or if I'm doing anything like more hard surface related. But I don't know, fixing the normals. You'd have to be a little bit more specific. Like, what are you fixing the normals? Like, what's your problem? What problem are you having? The purpose of achieving a cleaner surface at a high poly mesh, because sometimes exporting, you don't clean up well with the H polish. Some parts of the mesh may have a strange, annoying bumps. Yeah, so are you doing something stylized? Is that... So you're just saying that like there might be like extra bumps and stuff. That's probably just, you know, you need to, really what it is you just need to get used to swinging around in 3D and looking at your sculpt from all angles. Also, what material are you using? Because it's not really like, I wouldn't say it's really about your brushes and like having to always use H polish to like smooth things out. I would actually say if you want to learn your forms as like, you know, a sculptor, there's two ways you could go about it. There's the way that I like to approach it, which is very messy, very hands-on sort of a thing, where you're just layering, constantly layering. The idea is, you know, not to be smoothing all the time. You don't want to be smoothing all the time, and if you're smoothing all the time, then you're relying on like a brush to get your look for you, and you shouldn't really be doing that. Like, I mean, what I mean is like you shouldn't rely on the smooth tool in order to get your sculpt looking good all the time, because to be honest with you, laying off of the smooth actually can help you get like a lot of these interesting markings and things of that nature that you wouldn't have otherwise got if you were like constantly smoothing it out or constantly like H polishing, right? Like that's not, unless you're doing something that is stylized, in which case I still actually avoid smoothing like crazy. So if I'm doing something stylized and hold on, let me save really quick. Let me pull up something stylized. Let's see. I don't know what I named anything anymore. I was gonna bring up that. Not that one. Is it head 01? I don't know what this is. Might be that. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at right now. It's just like a psychotic amount of what the heck is going on here. Okay. Alright, let me check. I was going to show you, so I was going to demonstrate something, but now I just don't even know. Don't even know. Yeah, I guess we'll open this one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, here we go. So when you're doing something stylized, this is like it's like a sketch that I was doing on my stream the other day, or other month, or whenever it was. Let me just take this off. Ugh, get off. Okay, so if you're doing something like stylized, basically the only way that you would really like see, even with this one, I actually started this one doing it really sketchy. I'm wondering if this one actually has that example or not. Yeah, so you can see with this, like I have the same approach. Like I just kind of like sketch, and then once I have what I want, I end up actually just doing a polish on it. That you can do either a Dynamesh polish, which is Dynamesh polish right here, or you can do clay polish,
and that actually just does like a polish pass on your work. And this is just like, this isn't even close to being done or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to demonstrate like planes because this is like really like early on. So a lot of the time is like I would actually take the pinch brush and I would start defining my planes this way and sharpening everything up like this, instead of relying on like a whole bunch of like, you know, smoothing and stuff like that. Is just try to be deliberate in the strokes that you make, and look at the planes that you're creating and try not to like smooth out too much. Like you saw me smooth out right there, but you don't see me like every single stroke that I'm doing. You don't see me going like, oh, no, let me just like, oh, let me smooth. Because that's not really like, you know, what you're going to get a good result. What you want to do is constantly be like, you know, woo, all around your model. And then using a good material as well. This is a Glauco Longi's materials. This Glauco Longi's materials because I like them the most out of all of them, but you know, a good material to see what you're doing is also you can use the basic material right here. Basic material is also pretty good for seeing what you want to do. Basic 2, so you can actually see the highlights on things. Highlights are sticking out the most, so if you're using like a material like this, you're going to be able to tell where things are bumpy and lumpy and sticking out. I don't need like the high spec because I'm pretty much like used to looking at the clay in 3D now. But for newcomers, that's why I kind of say like don't use this material because yes, you can tell if it's bumpy, but it's hard to tell what your forms actually look like because the cavities are all white, and that's completely opposite of what we normally see and what we can interpret. So a lot of the time when you're starting out and sculpting in something like this, you can't actually judge how deep these crevices go. This looks a lot more shallow than what it actually is, and so that's a pretty big problem for a lot of like sculpts. They end up just getting completely washed out in that case. Hey, Arok. Do I have a website with screenshots of my stream models? No, I'll probably make like a banner or something of them. I have an art station though. I can drop you my art station. An art station. I'll drop my art station. I'll drop my stream channel. There you go. I have a half an hour. All right, have some more fun with this face area. Hey, Sleeping, how are you? Yep, I'm live here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. Red wax does not give you wings. It makes you crash and burn. Again, these are my opinions, not the opinions of Pixelogic. I don't want anyone to think that, but I do have a strong affinity against using red wax. Okay, let's do a little bit more definition here. You see? Yes, I've seen some people very good with red wax, but the majority of why I don't like it is because I don't like seeing people who are new. Now, this is not like everyone, but like people who are new to sculpting in 3D, it's a little bit difficult to get used to the it takes some time to get used to the feeling of just, you know, the 3 dimensions working all at once and just keeping track of all of that. And so if you're not used to how the depth works in 3D, then you'll end up having like a lot of like issues. And that's why I say don't use red wax if you're new. It's because you're going to end up with something that isn't what you thought it was initially. That's why I tell you guys don't use it. But you know, if red wax is like your favorite thing ever and you've been sculpting for a long time, then sure, you do you. I also find it hurts my eyes after a long time. If it hurts my eyes, then I actually use it? What do you mean? What? What is that logic? What is that logic? How do I decide where the crevices should look deeper than other places? Is it all up to personal taste, or is there a rule or something like that? It's honestly like just, yeah, it's up to, it's like, you know, you have to train your eye to see like what it looks like. So like when you're looking at a person in their face, you know, how the crevices is basically like thinking of you know, how deep does the shadow go inside the eye, and then that's how you're going to consider creating that depth to it. It's sort of like you just have to train yourself, learn anatomy, and just keep sculpting and getting used to the 3D sculpting world, which is it is quite a bit different than being able to feel it, but at the same time it's the same. It's just using it in a different tool. I would say, honestly, the best thing that you can do is find yourself a material with a that is overall like pretty like it's not like a crazy color. Like you don't like I don't think anybody really like working like this. It hurts your eyes. Like any kind of like a crazy color, I wouldn't say you should sculpt with. Just find like some kind of like a gray, green gray, you know, red gray, whatever, kind of a gray desaturated tone to work in, and then make sure that there's like a spec value. Not like it doesn't have to be like a metallic thing. It doesn't need to be like it doesn't need to be a blend necessarily, but blends are pretty good to sculpt in because you see exactly where this is pushing out and where this is pushing in. But it doesn't need to be that way. If you want something that is like this is Glauco Longi's material. You could also go and get like any of like the ZBrush materials, or in ZBrush alone, you can use like the basic materials, or use the blend, or well, I'm using that's also Glauco's blend. But it doesn't need, like, I wouldn't say use this metal because it does kind of like wash out things. You want like a decent enough contrast where the darks, like the crevices, are black. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Is like the crevices, anything that you're doing, you're working with a gray tone. You're working with like a black value in the crevices and a white value, a white, like a white speck on the outermost parts. I know people like Tomas don't necessarily work like that. Like his material is really nice as well. He works with jewelry, and he's very, very conscious about how thick the jewelry is before printing and how deep the crevices are. He's very technical about that. So he uses a specific type of material that works for him in that case. And it's all blue, but again, it's about being able to see the depth and stuff like that. So I wouldn't, like, you know, you can keep asking me like, oh, what about this material? What about that material? Like, just kind of judge for yourself. Like, can you see what it is that you're sculpting or not? If you can't, then you might want to change it. It's gonna ult with its belly. I think I want... Nah.
Yeah, exactly, Knight. He slams down, and the earth in front goes up or something. Oh, you guys are making him into an MMO boss. That's fun. That's funny. Sorry I'm not like super talkative right now. I'm just like, we're in the last like 15 minutes of the stream, so I'm just seeing if I can get a little more extra somethings into this. This is sort of like the area, like the part of the sculpt where I would end up doing a lot more fine details, and I would be actually, you know, checking my anatomy and making sure that I'm getting that looking right, because this is sort of the sketch is pretty much done at this point, but we only have so much time to do anything, so I'm just kind of futzing until the end is here. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you haven't considered following Pixelogic, you probably should, because again, if you didn't like me, there's a lot of other artists with a lot of other ways of working, a lot of other workflows that might sync up with you. There's some people who might actually like red wax. You never know until you follow. So follow Pixelogic. You can also follow me if you want. I mean, I'm not gonna force that on anyone. Everyone can notice the focusing. Yeah, I know. I get into it. I'm really sorry. Isn't the weak spot ever something unassuming, like a toe or something? You never see a giant glowing you never see a giant glowing neck? I mean, I thought, no, you pretty much do see a giant glowing neck though. But you don't see glowing toes. Because I feel like that's just a little bit ridiculous. If a giant boss, if a giant dragon just had like, you know, you couldn't hit it anywhere. Like, what if you were playing Dark Souls and you were trying to hit every single part of this character, like this creature that was attacking you, and it was massive, but like there was this one little dangling nipple, and you had to hit his nipple because it was glowing. Like, what? I would be angry. And I mean, like, I guess that's sort of Dark Souls. But at the same time, like, there's a reason why the weak spots are things that are assuming, because it makes sense. How can anyone not like his face? Cause I know a few. Hey, Jackal, thanks for the raid of 5. Hello. How are you? How was your stream? We're about to end in about 10 to 15 minutes here. Could not find the zone tonight. It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes it happens, and I just keep trying. Don't give up. Don't just stop. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Dark Souls is glowing nipples. Yeah, I know. I thought about what I just said there, and I was like, yeah. It's all about those glowing nipples in Dark Souls, so never mind. No worries. No worries. Hey Josh, what's up? How are you? What's going on?
You were doing a feathery thing tonight? Nice, Jack. Well, sweet. Alright, see you, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. If you have ZBrush right now, then you can watch all kinds of tutorials on Pixologic to pick up your sculpting skills. That is correct. That is very correct. That is correct. Ooh, look at that. Oh, you link in the Z classroom. What's that? Blue is now the assistant. Mort is gone. Blue's the assistant. Thanks, Josh. Sculpture's useful for something. I've not actually used it, to be honest with you, so I don't want to say anything that I don't really know. So. All right, good night, Tim Dan. Have a great sleep. Blue's just going like straight up now. Now is the Pixologic assistant. It's fine. This is fine. All right, see you, Rodrigo. Have a great sleep. Yeah, we're almost done here. Just being a little saucy. Being a little saucy with my poly painting. Spraying a bit of darks around, lights around.
floor. Get out of here. Get out of here, floor. Just adding a little bit of like a gradient thing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not really like much, but just to, I don't know, help present it in this, at this stage. So we're about to end anyways. There we go. Yeah, he's alright. He's okay. Grr. Get it in there. Trying to get a decent turn. Trying. Save. Industry standard brushes? No, we're past this. We're past that. Wants feet on their sculpts. Please. Here, I'll do like a little bit of like a turnaround thing though. Can do that. Can do and I guess that's alright, let's before I end, I kinda wanna like make him like give a little presentation thing while I do my spiel. Okay, well, there it is. Heck yes. Ooh, yeah. All right. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, guys. It was fun to do this, just like every week. I got a little bit focused there for a bit. So again, if you have any questions, I'm live here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, and you can always ask other people who are live here, which you definitely should. Give Pixelogic a big fat follow, which is up on the top. You're watching the Pixelogic channel right now, not my own channel. And tomorrow on the Pixelogic channel, Thursday, I don't think we have anyone live tomorrow, but on Friday we have Danny Mac. Friday, January 5th is Danny Mac at 6 a.m. PST, so check that out. And then Brendan, 6 a.m. PST on Saturday. So that'll be good, so definitely check that out. And if you want to see my channel, you can give that a follow if you're interested in me. If not, I understand. No hard feelings. Only a little bit hurt. Only like this much hurt if you don't follow me. Like, you know, I'm not gonna like go into my room after this and cry if you don't follow me. It's fine. It's like, I understand. I probably will cry though. If you care. Just give it a follow. It's like, it's not just a little. Anyways, yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Or over on my channel whenever I stream next. I don't know. I have a random schedule. Usually on Tuesdays, though. I keep up the Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST streams, and sometimes I throw in some extra ones if I can. Not always sculpting. Most of the time sculpting, though. Here, I'll do a quick flyby. La 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 la. Woo! It's right here. Right there. Yeah, that's me. That's me. You know, you just... Okay. All right. So now that that's done, yeah, I guess that's it. All right. Aren't I already in my... No. This is my studio. My workspace. I work from home. My room
the room in which I sleep and cry my tears away because nobody's following me. All right. Good night, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Yes, week and weekend. Check out Pixelogic. Give Pixelogic a follow. Follow me so I don't cry. And good night. Goodbye. Toodles.